Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
At least I promise you that you guys are going to. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you know what they say? When there's two white ox and you're the black guy, you look black. I am the black guy. And welcome to two white ox that are going to talk about something that I do not know. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the two white ox that are going to do their thing. Because anything that is white, people, it looks good, yeah?
Okay.
That was special.
Yeah. Well, that's done.
I don't know in which way, but that was special, Tats. Thank you.
Are you guys feeling important right now?
More violated.
Yeah.
I feel attacked.
Oh, shame.
And you called me an ox.
I feel like you're.
Ox, as in
I feel like
these
you're.
gents.
I feel,
Ox, no, this gent.
But it sounded like you said an ox, like.
No,
like
not all
you know what I
eggs.
feel like? You know what I honestly feel like? I feel like a pair of white shoes in this house.
Oh, that hurts, man. Oh, man, Rudy.
The reason I said that is this week
there was an unfortunate incident.
There was an incident, and under the sacred home protector named Pumza, the house was broken into.
Can you believe it?
I mean, she probably gave them to them.
I promise you.
It
But guess
could have
what?
been one of those things where she's like, this guy likes these shoes too much. Let me
But
show
the thing
you.
is, I
legs."
last wore them a long time ago. I think I've worn them once or twice. Yeah,
It's
maybe.
crazy how you thought to wear them today.
But listen to this. So I woke up this morning and I'm like, okay, let me put on my white shoes. Babes, where are my white shoes? No, I didn't even. I wanted to in my head. Then she said, just wear those ones. So I look up, it's like, they're in there with the Nikes. I'm like, no, there's nothing. Like, no, man, you're talking nonsense. They are the. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly. Okay, I'm talking things.
I'll be
that
honest, from the way I was following it, I thought he said he was talking nonsense.
Oh, okay. So it's like, no, man, babe, I know I put them in there. They are there. So I check everything. You know, when you're looking for something that you know it's not there. Then the next thing I'm like, okay, let me just take my boots. I leave. Then she sends me a voice note and says, love, and I want everyone to listen to the voice note. And she says, love, if you took the shoes, it's okay. You send me so much nonsense. No, not so much nonsense, love. You send me so much. You send me so much stuff here that I don't know which is which. Was it this one? No, that's not the one. It's coming. This one.
Baby, I feel like you don't know where the shoes are. Honestly, I feel like you don't know where the shoes are. I feel like you are too calm for someone who just have shoes that are taken out of it.
She feels like I'm too calm. And I was calm. Like, literally, I got defeated. Like, oh, wow.
I'll also just take another
Yeah,
pair.
like, oh, wow.
You just got
Even if
KO'd.
I get angry, it's not going to change.
It's not going to find the shoes.
No,
Exactly.
definitely
The
not.
shoes have been lost.
So that's where I was coming from. So, gentlemen, someone broke into our home and they took a pair of Adidas white shoes and left a pair of Nikes
Next
that
to
are
them.
brown.
So-
Literally.
so-
Alagas Adidas next to that. My KWA jacket was literally visible, like there, right
Now,
there.
They
we're
were
not,
interrupted.
just listen, we're not laughing at the fact that something was wrong. It's the way, like, one pair.
like
Maybe we are looking into this too much. Maybe there was a guy walking past,
How do you know it's a guy?
a girl,
A thing?
they walked past and their shoes broke. And they borrowed your shoes.
And tomorrow,
And tomorrow they're going to come
they're
back.
gonna come back. And
But they
listen to this part.
needed money to catch an Uber.
and they're gonna pay it back.
They're going
with
to pay it
interest.
back, yeah.
And listen to this. They took every other denomination, 20s, 10s, whatever, 5s, 2s, and they left 1s and 50s, 50 cents.
Oh, they were picky, eh?
They're proper.
They
man.
knew what they knew how much they needed.
They knew what they wanted, but thoughtful. Yeah. Like now, £1.
They knew
50
obviously you want to
cents.
keep some change when you give the car cards.
You see.
Yeah.
They were thoughtful in that regard.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
In that regard.
If
thank
you're
you.
watching, thanks.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
Did they?
Perfumes are gone.
They obviously took Tats's perfumes.
No, they didn't. Mine were next to hers.
Because
it's there somewhere.
can-
No, it's there.
Madam.
I can taste Tats in this
So
room.
where's it? So the second one is gone. Oh, you see.
I thought I could taste you.
My Yugo is gone. So I've got my 212. So Rudy and Tristan, my birthday is coming up. Do you mind just adding on to the collection?
You buy one shoe, I'll buy the
It's
other.
my anniversary next week.
Mine's on Saturday.
Yours is coming up, yeah. Yes. What are you gonna do for Kelly? 6-inch.
Guys, someone failed to tender drugs.
You did not see that.
I am not playing cricket on my anniversary.
No, you're not.
Roddy,
He's
don't
not playing
dare.
cricket.
I am.
Do not.
But I
dare.
am.
But he's not.
No,
I got
you're
given
not.
the go ahead.
No.
She said I could.
If a woman says it's okay, you can go, she means don't.
So if she
do
said
it.
it's fine,
You know what fine stands
no,
for?
I know what it said.
Feelings inside not expressed. Don't do it, my brother. If you know what's good for you,
But she's going to a kid's party at the same time.
don't do it.
Am I going to do it, Tristan?
Tristan, you're not married yet, bruh.
I didn't say anything.
So
Dude, I said minimimu.
whatever you say or do, may or may not be used against you in the court of law.
I said minimimu.
Let's
Anyway.
talk to us. What are we talking about today, brother?
Anyway, gents, let's do a check-in first off. How are you,
Tristan, yes?
Tristan?
The light just got brighter.
It's like my future.
Anyway. It's very dark in here.
I look dark.
Me. He
Thanks.
looks
Pum
bright.
just said I look beautiful as usual.
I
she
can
just-
even see this.
You know what? She had to differentiate.
I can even see this.
Yeah, I don't have any.
You got poor posture. Yeah, you're poor posture.
Rudy,
No, I just don't have any.
Rudy's life just flashed and he was just felt, oh, so sweet.
Thumbs up. Stop.
Oh,
Carry on.
Stop it, I like it. Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm good.
Feelings inside not expressed.
Sure.
Lots of them.
He's on 3 hours sleep, so this is just a body.
You're a zombie. It's a body.
Just
The mind is not
Please
here.
don't hit me.
So white oaks don't get red eyes when you don't sleep.
My eyes are pretty. They feel pretty. Like I feel tired.
They're not red though.
They're just blue and beautiful.
Yes. Happy? Yeah.
Do you think I can just like go and you two
Just get on, huh?
like?
Because clearly.
Let's
Anyway,
get it
Tristan,
on.
what's happening, bro? Oh, I always do this with my class. I ask them 3 questions. How was your week? The rating for that week, the highlight of that week, and what you're looking for.
That's 4.
That's 4. Good counting.
Yeah, the rating and what you're looking for at the end, bro. Not number 4.
God, you don't teach maths.
Not number 4. I put in.
I'm gonna tell you, Tristan. 3 colors. Only
Red,
3.
white and blue, and pink.
Yeah.
Is it the same?
White and blue is one color, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so 4 questions.
Here we go.
2 plus 2 is 4.
How was your week?
Fine.
Feelings inside not expressed.
Okay. This
He's gonna say it every time you say the word.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was okay. Okay, great. Whenever she says okay, she just doesn't mean
Just
that.
it's a good thing I'm a man.
Okay, perfect. What's your rating? Scale of 1 to 10.
5.
5. What was your highlight?
You got a new bat.
I got a new bat.
Oh, nice.
His bat broke.
My
and
bat
we
got
a new one.
replaced.
I remember your bed was broken. Yeah.
Yes, and it got
you got a new
replaced.
Oh, nice. You haven't used the new bed then.
We used it a little
Today.
bit today.
Oh, is it? Practice.
Yeah, I just at the nets.
that's
Oh,
Some
the
nets.
games,
Okay.
some-
Just bowl
Then
the cup
what
and-
are you looking forward to next week? Coming week?
Going to Kruger Park on Friday.
Oh, like Rudy Perry.
Judicious, pericious.
Mr. 16-inch. Coming from the left end.
The left end.
Left end, okay. Coming from the golf course end. The guy that made North Gauteng and playing later on in October.
Yep.
Oh, he's excited.
I am.
Anyway, how are you, Roddy?
Roddy.
Roddy.
I have the shortest name in the room and he can't get it right.
Hello, Rudy. Sorry, Rudy. Rudy, I'm sorry, bro. Can you take some of the compliments that my wife gave you?
Roadie.
And yeah, use that to calm
Okay,
myself.
Roadie, we ready for you, Roadie?
Roddy, how are you?
Let's get the show on the Roadie.
How are you, mate?
I'm fine, thank you. No, I'm not fine.
Yeah, you see.
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm
You're
good.
in a good space.
I am.
Okay. Rating for the week?
7.
Oh, nice. Highlight?
Wife's birthday.
Oh yeah. I was about to say the inches, but now what?
Is this Oak? Someone
He's
gave
on the
him
smoke.
dwellings.
What are you looking forward to the coming week?
Anniversary. Cricket finals.
Why are you speaking in one
finals.
words?
I was thinking there was a few things I needed.
Speaking in one word, so like me.
What is speaking in one word?
Speak in one word. Cricket. Fines.
I was thinking. That's how I thought. It was like I think in bullet points.
Bullet points.
Not in a road.
Not in a Roddy. So you got cricket, you got your anniversary.
And we got our end of season cricket finals.
So it's cricket then. It's more cricket.
That's not next week. That's this week.
Anyway, okay, perfect stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect stuff. I'm
Tats, let us ask you.
how am I?
Yes, how are you?
Fine.
Feelings inside.
Yeah,
not
yes, yeah, exactly.
Is it because of your shoes?
Yeah.
Does it have
You know,
something to do with
I wanted
something
to
white?
I wanted to get rid of the shoes, but the fact that someone decided to do
get rid of
that-
it for you.
Yeah.
that hurts.
Okay, rating.
Rating as a 3.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's not fine.
Nah,
That's
it was-
bad.
Yeah, it's
So
been
you
a bad
lied.
week. It's been a bad week.
There we
I
go.
think it's been an emotional week. It's been, one of those weeks that you just
Close the
yeah,
book
you just want to get it over and done with. So yeah, but yeah, I'm still here. I'm angry at the fact that there was a man that was in my house and I wasn't there to protect my wife just in case something bad would have. I'm not saying I'm saying something was going to happen, but the fact that someone was in my space without me, that is aching me big time.
So there wasn't really any highlights this week?
There's always a
Highlights, there's always a silver lining. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. That's my highlight. It could have
He
been.
didn't even.
Yeah. No. That's what I'm looking.
Pumza is trying to tell
No,
you.
but then that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay,
Oh.
so what do you
Yes.
think?
Alak is playing in the semi-final for Black Widow
Awesome.
Nice.
on Sunday. Then if they win that, they're going to the final.
And they're playing that at Wanderers.
No. That was only for Jose Cup.
Okay.
So it will be a very good thing for him as well. Coming from Wanderers, they won the Jose Cup and they win the Black Widow. That's history actually. So yeah. Apart from that, I played cricket on Sunday last week. The one shot that I've been struggling with was my scoring shot for the day. Pull shot. Could not pull to save my entire life. Yet, first ball I pulled. Then,
Nice, man.
yeah. It was
Well done.
it was really one of those whereby like cheapers I've been putting enough work to a point that I even wanted to give up on the pull shot. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna carry on. I'll write it for one. But to still get there and attack it, that to me was my
Nice.
yeah. So there's been a bit of highlights here and there. So definitely, yeah.
You posted something on the group, or was it to me this week?
Yeah.
What? It's a special month in terms of remembrance and acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Man Podcast, where your mind truly matters. We're your hosts, Tatenda and Rudy. Here, we tackle life's challenges, foster resilience, and promote wellness. Each episode promises to make a difference, one viewer at a time. Buckle up for a journey of enlightenment, because in the world of man, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Stay tuned.
World Suicide Prevention.
World
not anti.
Suicide Prevention Month.
Yes.
Or day. I don't know
Or
whether it
day.
was month
It
or
was
day.
a day. It was a day this week on Monday.
Okay.
But let's take it as this whole month.
Yeah.
And when it comes to suicide, I think it's a topic that's so close to my heart because I've been there. You understand? Or everyone that is in life has had a family member or a close relative that has taken their life. So it's an opportunity for us to just get into what goes through a mind of someone that wants to commit suicide, because it's only until you experience it you then, because before I would be like, man, they want attention. If you wanted to kill yourself, why would you write a letter? Why would you tell people that this is what you're going to do? It's because someone is crying for attention. That's what I then realized, that no one just takes their life because, well, I'm tired of this, I'm going.
Yeah. I don't. I've got a bit of mixed feelings about it, in the sense that I was very similar to your previous mindset of going, oh, it's just people that need attention.
Yeah.
Until someone close to me attempted. And it wasn't an attempt to try and get attention. It was a near successful attempt, to the point where rushed to hospital, stomach was pumped, and the pills that were swallowed eventually came out. But the drive to the hospital, body was like almost cold. And so there was no sort of indicators to us that the person that I'm talking about showed at all. We knew they were upset, and they were having a bit of a tough time, but not to that extent. And also the means of how. I mean, the person was already on antidepressants, and that's what they tried to overdose on. And when I say that they're supposed to take like one pill a day, and you get a big vial, I think it's a lady took the entire container of 30 odd pills at once, and so heart nearly stopped. And so I don't know, it's a tough one to say, because also I don't always think there is sort of red lights to say this person is in need. I think that's the scary part about suicide, is sometimes either there might be a person who's screaming out for help, and it's this cry for help, and doesn't get it, and then does commit suicide. Those where the letters and the things come into play, or the videos that you see on YouTube's but there's also the times a person just gives up. It's a moment of absolute weakness, a moment of absolute nothing left, and then has the.
Do you think though that there is anyone that could ever take their life without sort of getting scared of taking their life, Tristan?
I think everyone deals with that. I think, like with anything, it's like when you're going to get in a fight, right? Naturally, a sane person or someone who's not trained to fight won't want to fight. But there's a time where you don't care what's going to happen to you. You are going to go fight now. Right? That like loss of care about what the future holds, that's what happens. You get to a point where you're so numb, so done with everything, where you just kind of go,
whatever.
It's going to happen now,
it is better. It's like it's convincing yourself the world is better off without you.
True.
Which is an absolute
lie.
Nonsense.
Yes.
I won't say it's nonsense, because
it's a lie, actually.
It's a lie. And
I'm using this word nonsense too much, man.
Yes,
he enjoys that nonsense word. I think you get to a point where you're so numb. Like I said, it's like the fighting. You're ready. It's time to fight.
You're done.
And it's the same thing. I think it's like a emptiness and a nothingness.
Yeah.
It's bro, like, don't know if you've ever been in a position where it's like you can do this, it doesn't hurt. Like you don't.
Yeah, whatever. Yes.
No matter what happens, it's just
give it
like
your
whatever.
best shot.
It's like almost you're just cold. Just completely cold. You're cold to your feeling. You're cold to your own emotions. You're cold to anyone's other feelings.
Exactly. All you have is sadness and like an almost.
It's a dark place to be.
Yeah, it's like a feeling of. Bro, it's like rock bottom, but there is only rock bottom.
Nothing else.
That's what I could imagine it like.
There's
nothing else. Yeah.
It is just darkness, and you can walk for as long as you want. You don't ever see that light,
darkness.
But it's there.
Yes.
Like the thing is, it is there.
Because from the outside, we always say, why would you commit suicide? Because you've got a child that loves you. You've got a husband that loves you, or a brother, siblings, and whatever, or friends or colleagues that love you. But in the moment, they don't see all those.
I don't even think it's in the moment, bro. I think, they say it's impossible for you to love someone else without loving yourself.
So the fact that you are empty on the inside,
You
whatever they say to you or they do to you, it makes no difference. Yeah.
because it's lies to you.
You know, like there was so when I was in school and I met through the girl that I was dating at the time. She had a sort of I wouldn't call him a stepbrother, but her father and this guy, her father met this lady, and she had 2 sons. So now you meet each other. You know, I'm dating the daughter. She has now sort of brothers, and we became good mates. So they went to Becker School in Krugersdorp, like past Krugersdorp side, and very good mates. Got to know them, and like 3-4 weeks after seeing them, they came back one day and they were like broken. And I'm like, what's going on? And he said, no, one of his mates at school, who was the best rugby player, the best cricket player, the best everything, good marks, just committed suicide. And it was not only him, but him and his girlfriend. And what made it worse is he was also a talented singer. So he had recorded a song, put it on a CD, and literally all I can remember, I still remember the start of it, and he says, this is to my mom and dad. And in the song that he sings, he spoke about it. He was in a place where he was in one small situation that clouded everything around him. He had a loving family, he was good marks at school, he was in a relationship, but what had happened is the girlfriend had fallen pregnant. And they felt like disappointments and failures to their family because of the situation they had put their families in. Both the relationship, they were still happy, but these two, the boyfriend and the girlfriend, were so upset and felt like failures that they decided to gas themselves out in a car.
Sure.
So they literally did that. They got into one of the family's car, took a pull pipe, put it on the exhaust, put it into the car, turned the car on, and the fumes obviously took them, and they went to sleep. And they left this song for them, and it says to my mom and dad, and basically said, I love you, it's not your fault, we were in this position and we're so sorry, and we feel we have no way out and whatever. And they both passed away. And what stuck with me for all these years, remembering, I mean, I didn't even know the person, but the story that they told was, this was a person that had everything going for them.
Sure.
Everything. I mean, from the pictures I saw, good looking boy, girl was beautiful, apparently brilliant sportsman, good marks, family
Everything
was
was
wealthy,
going
everything
well.
was
From
great.
the outside,
but
everything was
one
going well.
situation of them feeling that they had been failures, or felt that they had nowhere out, and they were at, like just said, at this rock bottom where with no light at the end of the tunnel, which there was probably, if they just found the switch, there was millions of spotlights around them, but they had felt that they were in this place. And
9 times out of 10, if you think of it, like if you're saying you were in debt and you felt like you can't get away, or you made a bad decision with a financial decision, only to realize that it's not as bad. There can be some sort of counseling to try and get you out of that mess that you think that you've put yourself in. I still remember a mate of mine, we played cricket together. His dad was, one of those amazing fathers. Like literally everyone just calls him dad. Yeah. Like,
Sorry, I made a joke. I was like, no.
the way the guy was so calm, nonsense. The way the guy, nonsense again. Yes. Sir.
Do you even know why I made the joke?
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
He was that kind of lad.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's an oldish guy. Everyone refers to him as a father. His door was always open.
Like Jack. Like Uncle Jack.
Yeah, Uncle Jack.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Then the next thing, on Christmas Day, he gassed himself. Like, why? You've got two kids, the boy and the girl. Girl later passed on. The wife is there, and yes, the mom was a bit over the top. She was an exciting person, like literally in their 60s, but she's that girl.
Yeah.
And he's quiet. The next thing he gassed himself, and like it's been like about 4, 5, 6, 7 years probably now, and I'm still asking myself, why?
Yeah.
Why?
And that's the sad thing, is like you said, the funny thing that you said is it's for something stupid, or it is what might seem stupid or seem attention seeking to us, to the outside, to that person, that situation is like hectic.
It's real.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same thing as I'm not saying suicide and being sad about something is the same thing at all. But I mean, there's times where, like, if Tristan's down, he won't see, because when you are down, you're down.
Yeah, I don't see light.
You don't see
Yeah.
light, and you can be in like, dude, come on, there's no need for that. Look at this.
Oh,
this,
it's not that bad, man. It's not
Yeah.
that deep, but come on.
And sometimes
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a small pick me up will take you out of it and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I think in that situation, it's not a small pick me up that you need. It's got more guidance than
does.
anything else.
Yeah.
Because referring back to the person I know personally that luckily was unsuccessful, it's a long road to recovery, and it majorly affected the family, in that you also feel you walk on eggshells with that
Yeah,
person.
Yeah.
You
can't
don't want
make
to.
them
You don't.
angry.
You don't want to. It's not even you don't want to get that.
Or
You don't want to get into
sad.
confrontation
Yeah,
because you're
yeah.
scared. If I get this person too upset,
They may go
are they going
back.
to try again?
Mm.
I don't want to hurt their feelings,
Yeah.
and it is.
Or even
very-
if they close themselves in the bathroom for longer, you're like, why are they
are
quiet?
you okay? You know,
Yes.
yeah.
Or in their room, maybe they just want to take a nap or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a long road to recover, not only physically.
And I don't think
but
you ever
yeah.
will. I don't think you ever will if you're in that mindset to completely recover. I think
Yeah.
you grow from it and you learn to understand sort of the mindset that you might have been in
Yeah.
at that point,
Yeah.
and you try and ensure to the best of your ability not to let yourself get to the point of being so upset or letting an emotion or situation sort of completely like
Take
overwhelm you.
over,
Yeah.
Is there some sort of embarrassment as well that they end up being scared of? Like, if I know that I tried to do it, the next time I see Rudy and Tristan, are they gonna look at me as, geez, Tats, you tried to commit suicide last week?
Do you know, I would think it probably makes it worse, bro. It does, because I think you lose all confidence in yourself already.
Yes,
That's why
yeah.
you're there.
And you feel like
And
people
then you
are,
failed at exactly what, like... the
Well, you
only
failed
thing
at
you
that
thought-
as well.
But what I
Yeah.
would say is,
Mm.
there is no reason to feel like that. Like, I understand if people do. I'm saying that's how I would think, because, I mean, if you... It's like if... I'll just relate to cricket, and I'm not saying it's anywhere near the same thing, it's an analogy. But if you can't score runs, and then you get caught on the boundary, the Oak doing a spectacular, you feel even worse as a failure than when
Yeah.
you got bowled on your
Couldn't
first ball.
And then the slump starts. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
it
but
does,
it's
yeah.
the same thing. So you got to this point where you
It
have
is
no
the
more,
same, actually.
because-
It's a good analogy.
because it is self-love that gets you out of it. It's not anything else. It's not someone else. It's not anything. And even the situation dictates that you then lose confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
When you love yourself, you would never do that to yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't think you said about embarrassment. I don't think there's any embarrassment. I think you have to have it's actually weird. I think you've got to be so damn brave to actually go through with it.
It is bravery, actually.
I think it is.
Taking your own
100%, but
life.
I'm
Taking
understand
your
what
own
you're
life
saying.
It's
But
not,
Roots, the reason why I'm saying that is
it's not cowardice. Yeah.
if I am saying I can't do something, even if it's difficult, and I believe I can't, like I'm at this point where I don't think I can do anything right, and then I do something else and I don't do it right, I'm never going to look at it and say I was brave by not. Do you
Yeah,
understand? That's what I'm
definitely.
saying. I'm not saying from the
Yeah.
outside. I'm saying for myself. If it was
From
me,
inside,
if you
yes.
were the
Yes,
person,
from
yeah.
the
because
inside,
that's what
yeah.
happens, guys.
Yeah.
Like what I'm trying to explain is it's a self thing.
Oh yeah, for
Rudy
sure.
can't do anything. No one can do anything.
It's about me.
For that,
Yes.
like if it was me, you can't do anything. No one in the whole world can do anything for me. I have to do it for myself. I have to learn to love myself, which means I have to ask the right people, do the right things.
But like what Rudy said as well, it comes with guidance.
That's
For
what I'm
you
saying.
to then
Doing the
get to
right
that
things,
point,
I need to want to do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You have to
Rudy-
want to, yes.
Exactly,
Yes.
and that's difficult.
And sometimes you need the push. I know from the person that was obviously quite close to me is there was a huge amount of push. So the first step was the 21 days in the clinic, and even the normal 21 days wasn't enough. So it was a further 2 weeks after that, and even then, I can honestly say, knowing this person so well, a good 5-6 months after, you don't see any improvement.
Yeah.
There might be improvement for them because of the medications, because of the, those type of things. And also you are acting quite different around them. So you're trying to sort of nurse and nest them at home or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But the the road to recovery, and I don't even think you can call it recovery, the road to a better life after that is very long.
Yeah.
And I think, like Tristan said, it can be a very lonely walk as well. Because at the end of the day, you have to, exactly what he says, you've got to love yourself.
Yeah.
And that is something I know for sure, is because this person has almost now completely inverted themselves, where I'm happy that they're completely out of that mindset, but now they're very selfish. Is they only do stuff.
It's about them.
So and it's not a bad thing, because you.
It was probably needed.
It
So was probably a needed shift.
That 360
now
shift.
this person literally only worries about themselves. They very independent, where before completely reliant on
someone else.
the
Other people.
the other
Or
person.
people around them.
Yeah.
Nah.
And now,
It's about them. But then is that then? That's the thing now. There's no gray area, because you can't then say
I think there is.
love yourself, but then for that person, for you and me, it's easier to say you're splitting.
I mean, you say it's easier, but I recently had a conversation where it was brought more to my attention that I generally do things for other people
More than you do for yourself.
than I ever do for myself. Even decisions I make, anything generally is for other
It's
people.
about
So, but there's still a gray area for me. Like, I still love myself. I just obviously don't always make the right decisions for myself based on whatever.
I also love you.
I love you too. So I think it's again our internal nature and kind of the way we experience things growing up definitely affects that, and it's very difficult because I think for people it does this self-esteem and self-love generally. Some people are really
confidence
good
as well,
and other people are really bad.
Yeah.
Like, it does this, and depression is a point where it gets here and it feels like someone sits here.
You can't go
So
up.
no matter what you do, you're like, I did this now, but it's actually not good enough. I don't know.
You can't. Yes. You can't say that.
Yeah, no,
You
touch
can't
and
do
talk.
that.
No, you're not allowed to talk.
Don't
No,
do that.
it's like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's that getting it off. Yeah, someone pushing you to get it off your.
To get off that, or to
Yeah.
pull you up.
Because even
that.
a situation again, like you were saying, like with those two people's situation, they probably blame themselves so much that we've done this, we can't get out. Even though there was most likely
There was a solution.
objectively,
Yeah.
not subjectively, objectively, look at it in black and white with a little bit of grey. There is ways, but that's not how the human mind works.
Yeah.
Look, I also think it's very, 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 very situation based, because there's the ins and outs of all the of the person's situation.
Yeah.
But like, I look at it like this, and you had a great analogy where it's like something about cricket, and I think we very blessed, the people in this room, where we all, like Tristan says, we love ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with loving yourself and caring for yourself and knowing that your life has value because it has value to someone else. And I know that for myself, I know it for Tristan, I know it for you. I know that I have value in him and he has value in me. And that makes me love myself even more.
Yeah.
I know that you love me and I love
Yeah.
you, and that makes me love myself.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you are completely saved from a person or position where you could commit suicide. I don't think that. I think you got to try and stay in those positions and surround yourself with people that have the same mindset as you, and find that person that will bring you out. I mean, it's something silly like,
Yeah.
like I knew Tristan was having a absolute crappy week, because I know I can just pick up, I can see him and he doesn't have to say a word. I know where his head's at.
Yeah.
And when he walked in the office on Monday or Tuesday, when did I tell you that the bats was going to get done?
That was last week.
Look
So
at
last
this,
week.
look at this smile.
No. So like, and I knew he was having a crappy week.
No, he just told me to he told me to take photos.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was like,
So I said,
Okay.
take photos of the broken man. Okay, what is he brought in? And then I sent the photos, whatever. And he came into the office and he sits next to my desk and he's huffing.
it was
And then-
because Oaks can't pass.
And then anyway,
In soccer.
No, Oaks can't pass in
class.
Oh,
class.
pass. Okay,
And
okay.
so then
Can't
he's
make
sitting
feet.
down, and
Okay.
obviously he feels it's his fault and it's not. Okay, but anyway, he sits there and I can see his depro. So I'm like, well, can I give you a Red Bull? Will that make you happy? He goes, no. So I'm like,
I
okay.
didn't say it
You
like
did. You literally
I
did.
just go, no.
Can I talk? Is it my... Okay, so you are pushing.
It's Rudy's story.
So then he literally says, he's like, no, I don't want the Red Bull. Then I even asked him, does he want food? Because food always makes him happy.
Okay.
He's a fat kid.
And if you're hungry, you get hungry.
And he didn't want food, and I'm like, okay, now this is gonna take the big.
real.
This is the big.
So
dog.
this is serious.
So then I said to him, but you're getting a new bat. Tats, his face was like, what?
No,
So
because
then-
my bat was only 6 games old and it broke.
So then he's like, now he's
6
happy.
games.
So he's happy, and then he starts looking at his bat. He's like, is it gonna be the same? No, whatever. And then again, he was a bit like, he was having a better week this week than last week. But then on Wednesday, when Jay drops it off, he walks in. So I'm walking literally. I just fetched.
I was on duty, so I was slugging because I was on duty.
So I didn't even
and
see
I just
it.
showed him, and then he again.
And he didn't show me.
the
He was,
glow.
he was on the phone. I went to him and I
Took
went to
it.
go take it.
So like that small.
But that's a
that,
pick-me-up.
Yeah, it is for sure. And I think we need to surround ourselves with people that are able to give us that pick me up. It's surrounding ourselves with people that care and have that same value on your life. Never mind their own life.
Yeah.
On your life, because that's the type of person you need in your life. Is I don't need a person that's there just for the good times. I need the person that's there for the good times, the bad times, and to help me get out of the bad times, so that I can do the same for him.
That's the essence of a circle. Yeah.
I mean-
Exactly. And
Yeah.
but I mean, like so like Rudy was saying, it's like where I was saying, and I fully understand the sense of community and how it gets you there. And in essence, where I would have went had I spoken this entire time, was that yes, you can. I was saying people do this, right? And depression kind of is when you go like this, and then you can't get yourself out. Now, if your circle is right, it allows you that opportunity that if you're like this, and people are around you that love you and know you, they're the ones that lift you. So it is a personal struggle, and you need to trust people enough to allow them to do that, because as much as now you can do something dumb, whatever, make me smile or laugh or be dumb, whatever it is, okay? Yeah, literally. Okay? Just if we weren't close and there was no relationship built, if I was in that place, no matter what you did, I would just look at you and be like, dude, it's the relationship that's built.
Yeah, but
that
it's all
allows
about
that.
the trust in the relationship that brought you up more than
Yes.
the fact that the bad came back.
And
yeah.
oftentimes, like we were just saying, so let's just say, so I, for example, in relationships very early on with Katie, I had very low trust because I was cheated on before I was with her. So for the first however long, if I was slugging, it didn't matter what she said because I didn't trust anyone in a romantic way at that point.
So no
so
matter what she said,
I was just like,
it was not about
Because
her.
it was coming from
it
her.
wasn't even about
It was
her.
not even
like,
about her.
Yeah.
It was about
it had
you.
nothing to do with
It
her.
was
Yeah.
her role,
Yes.
and he didn't trust her role. It could have been
It
anyone.
doesn't matter.
it could have-
That box was dirty. You don't
Yes,
touch that
it
box.
doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
yeah.
that's what I meant when I say it's about you.
Yeah, I like where you're coming from. That no matter how much someone can bring wisdom to you,
If you don't want,
if
you don't
you
want.
yourself have said no to it, doesn't matter whether they are the most qualified people ever or is most qualified psychologists, whatever the case may be, nothing will ever get in because
Exactly.
you yourself don't want that.
It's how the same idea can come from two places.
Yeah.
They say no to the one, say
Yeah.
the exact same way with someone else.
So,
saying yes.
yeah. But same thing with kids as well.
Exactly.
Like you're coaching. If you ever, the kid comes with the father says play straight. Ah, Dad, you're talking now.
You say play straight.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. If I play straight, I can hit the ball better. Yeah.
You know what it is as well? Is like you look at it from a different perspective as well. Is every person in a situation, you said it so beautifully now, is that Kelly's a wonderful, wonderful woman. And even at that point, you were like, it wasn't her. But
She was still a wonderful. She was.
I don't trust this.
She was
still a wonderful woman then.
in the if we had to imagine Tristan's mind as a storeroom, in that box where he keeps
It's
his
dirty.
person,
It's dirty.
that box was a bad
dirty,
box.
yes.
So it didn't matter who was in there; it was in that box.
It's still
to a degree.
dirty,
And
yes.
you look at it from a perspective of you find someone that was in a position at work, and it happens so often is they end up at work and the boss and them don't get on and whatever. How many times that person will end up opening their own company because they don't want to work for someone else, and they're in the position where say they don't want to they want to change the world
Yeah.
by being the boss that person wasn't.
Yeah.
And it happens all the time.
Happens with
It's the same
parenting.
in a relationship. If you've been in a position where you've been cheated on, and in a sad reality in this day and age in this world, It happens all the
Most
time.
people have.
There's a lot of people that have
A lot of-
either been
most people,
unfaithful
yeah.
or they've had someone be
Yeah,
unfaithful to
yeah.
them. So you always have that trust takes time to build. And like they said, it takes a moment
once,
to break
once
it.
it's broken, it's tough
Exactly,
to build.
but then like I say that, but then over time, and it wasn't that long because I'd been out of my relationship and I kind of trusted her because she's a different person.
yeah.
But for a while, it was like anything she did, it was like it was on purpose to hurt me.
Or
You had to
you are
realize-
setting me up to then hurt me.
He had to
Why you
realize,
being
Like
nice?
I had to realize there's two different people, bro. Like
yeah,
she if she was late or her phone died, she wasn't trying to make me worried. She was it just happened like
just
that.
happened.
so in the Tristan Storum's mind, it wasn't
Yeah.
the person in the box. It was the fact that you were looking at the box and not what
Yes,
the content
anything
of the box.
anything that came out of the box,
It's
if
dirty.
it was dirt, if it had dust, it was bad. Even if it was new, there was just
It's
the wind just
dirty.
blew dirt
It's
on.
dirty.
It's dirty.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the
Yeah.
case.
So if the phone dies and phone die,
Yeah.
maybe
And
there was
especially
no
with
power,
Kelly,
she
yo.
forgot
But in
it,
his
she
mind,
forgot
oh,
the
she's
charger,
with someone
she's
else.
with someone else.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I would never say that to her.
No,
but
no,
in
I
my
get you.
head, I
That's
had the
what you go
anxiety
through.
over
Yes,
it.
yeah. I went through infidelity in my marriage. That afterwards, when we're trying to rebuild, I made it a point that I will send a location. Love, I'm at work. Here's the location. Love, I'm coming. My battery is on 1%, so it may die.
And can I tell you
I'll
something
be-
crazy? Can I tell you something crazy? And I know from that fact is by you trying to do all that made absolutely no difference to the
No.
trust that was built.
No.
Yes, you're
She
making an
even
effort
said you don't have to. babe.
because
Yeah.
at that
I-
point,
yeah.
at that point, because I was in a similar situation where I had the person cheat on me. Okay, is it didn't matter what that person did or tried to fix it. It wasn't in them that the trust was getting rebuilt. It was finding it in myself
In you.
to be able to trust you again. Because that's why the scary thing is that you could have told her where you are. You could have
It
had a
doesn't
camera on you
matter.
all the
It
time.
doesn't matter.
It probably would have
It
frustrated her
doesn't
even more
matter.
that she was seeing
She
you.
was actually frustrated. Like, you don't have to tell me
It
wherever
was-
you are.
yes,
You
it-
told me you're going to work, you're going to be at
And
work.
there's it comes a time and a point where you go, okay, I have dealt with it in my mind. I've now give you the benefit of the doubt, and it doesn't. You can't say it's at 6 months. It's at a year.
No.
It's on your mind constantly, and sometimes it comes back to bite you, and then it just doesn't. I don't know if that was the same with you,
Yeah.
Pumza, but it literally just goes, I'm over it. And I love this person, and I trust this person,
Yeah.
and
Then the thing is, it could be 2 years later, and then something happens that takes you back.
yes,
Triggers you.
yeah, and you tell them,
And then
and they feel like, oh, but I've taken all this, and after 2 years of
Exactly.
working,
That's exactly how
Yes.
he feels. He feels like, but you are kicking me and I'm down. But you think I'm not trying to remind you of the bad. I'm not saying you're a bad person.
You're just trying to
but
express yourself.
Something happened that took me
Yeah.
back. But it does not mean I haven't forgiven you. It does not mean
I don't
I
love
hate
you.
you.
It just
No.
means I have this feeling.
Exactly. Just let me go through. If it's just a day, let me
all
go
I
through
need
it.
at that moment,
Yes.
I just need a bit of reassurance, a hug and a bit of reassurance.
That's it.
I know.
Because I know you're not gonna. Because I assure him all the time that your actions, they have proven to me so many times that you have changed, like so many times. So there's nothing else that he needs to do. So if I'm triggered, he needs to understand I'm just triggered.
And it's the most random thing.
It's just emotions that I'm gonna get over.
Guys, I think that's like a beautiful place to end.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know what the thing is that everything, like we just said there, with obviously the main thing we spoke about was, suicide and how it can tear families apart, it can tear relationships apart, and the biggest thing is we as people want to prevent that from happening because we love our fellow man. And the truth of the matter is the only way to avoid it is to find, Tristan said it beautifully, is find your sense of community. And he said it quite a few episodes ago, community starts within one person.
Yeah.
And find your one person. Find, like, the three of us have got a great relationship where we can phone each other and chat about anything, and find your Tristan, find your Tats,
Find your roadie.
Find your roadie.
Roddy, yeah.
But at the end of the day, we need to have that care and find that person that loves us the same way we love them, that we know that we can love ourselves the same way.
Yeah.
And to everyone watching, to all the viewers, I absolutely love all of you. I appreciate you. If you're at a point and you feel you're at a low, please reach out to one of us. I'm not saying we'll give you the guidance you need, but we're telling you that we love and we care for you. Tristan's just got a bit of information.
Yeah, so before I even get onto that, I just think, guys, again, a very important thing that you need to realize, I don't know who you are. I probably won't ever know. But I know something about you that if you're going through something you might not know. You have value in the world and in your community and in everything. You have value in yourself. Whether it feels that way or not, there is value. And the most important thing to remind yourself every day, and if you're struggling with this, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I am valuable, I am important, and I can do anything, including get better from where I am. Guys, there is nothing wrong with being depressed. There's nothing wrong with it. It happens. It's okay. That is okay, and you need to understand that it is okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. And if you need to speak to someone, there's a suicide crisis line in South Africa in all 11 official languages. You can call the number or go onto the website. The number is 0800 567 567. If you ever feel like you need to speak to someone in any of the official languages of South Africa, 0800 567 567. And again, you are important, you are valuable, and everyone will see that value once you see it in yourself.
Yeah, amazing. I don't think anyone can top up that. Jesse. Yeah, that was
We love you.
amazing.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you. Yeah. Thanks, Jens. That was too good, man. Why are we saying go? Why you kiss me? Why are we going now? Oh. Clowns.
Oh, clown.
And cut.
That was
Come
all
on.
beat.
That was not synced.
Okay.
Do it at the same.
1, 2, 3.
No, it's still not synced.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I bite.
Do it one more time.
Wait, so good. 1, 2, and then on 3. 1.
Okay.
But you going fast, so go straight, mine. There we go.
Take it off, boy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jackson. I hope everyone is well. You know what? I am so happy to be here.
Okay, come back. Don't do it.
You know what it is?